Yeah, that's true. We saw Afik being really good on Caitlyn last game, so we'll see if he's just as good on Victor. So once again for the teams, now that they're done switching and swapping, we're going to have Riot K9 Nasus on Hunter 15, on Riot K9 Nasus. We're going to have Michael, I'm going to call him Michael Welp. WLP just seems like, well, it's Michael.
Well,
on Karthus. Sadrakos is going to be playing Malphite. Cryogenic Pyro is going to play the cryogenic-looking champion Thresh. And Species on the lovely Lux.
And we have Riot Aether on Black Frost Nivea, Riot Afik on Prototype Victor, Riot Aaron Mike on Vandal Twitch, Riot Zephyr on Winter Wonder Lulu, and Riot Bacon Hawk on Spirit Guard Udyr.
Yeah, Pork and Wings. Pork and Wings is going to be playing the Spirit Guard Udyr.
Udyr. And if we're... you were alluding to Afik there with Caitlyn and Victor. Two very different playstyle champions. Caitlyn is like, all you do is right-click, you use Q and R for extra damage if you really want to. But Victor, especially with the Victor-Vector targeting, the poke is going to be a little tricky. It's definitely doable, especially, like I said, against a relatively short-range community team. But it's...
Yeah, we're going to see, it's going to be really big on engagement. I think that Riot with the poke and CC they have, along with the disengage, is really going to end up playing to win this out. You know, I think that the Anivia wall, along with the snowball, and then the gravity field, is going to just be able to keep them all at bay with a glitter lance or two in there. Now, people in chat are like, oh, Rioters, they're all so good. Now, the crew that I happen to get together tonight are, all gold or better in the solo queue, which doesn't really attest to somebody's skill, but it shows their general level of how much time they've even put in on solo queue. Keep in mind this is a ARAM, but typically we've had people, like one person from every level. We've had a person from, we had bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond the last time we played, one from each. And most Rioters are silver and bronze-ish. I will say that the Rioters that jump in here more often are some of the more skilled Rioters, because they like to show off their stuff, especially when you're talking about Riot Tizza. To call him out specifically. But, they're just a mix of skill levels, just like all of the other summoners. They're not like some, just because they work for Riot doesn't make them super awesome. I mean, you have artists and legal teams and all kinds of stuff. They're not all part of, balance where you have to have a certain solo queue elo.
Yeah. The group we have tonight is definitely above average. I was actually going to mention specifically that one night where we had one of every tier. The bronze, silver, gold, plat, diamond.
Good binding right there. Aaron Mike taking good damage. The little mini wall coming down from Riot Aether, that level 1 wall. Not saving him right there, but they did get him with a good amount of poke. Unfortunately, there were no Skittles up underneath the feet of that Twitch to really increase the damage on him.
Taste the rainbow.
But trading back and forth, not doing a bad job.
One thing Aaron Mike started with was he started with the tier 2 boots, and Bacon Hawk was caught.
Bacon Hawk gonna get hooked. Going to flash out. Species, though, almost going down in that fight, getting the CC onto Species as they jumped onto Bacon Hawk. It was a perfect hook and flay into tower range, forcing the flash, but Species took a lot of extra damage being in the wrong spot.
Yeah, and like I was saying, Aaron Mike has the boots 2 already, and a lot of it is just for the mobility to dodge skill shots and Skittles. One, like I was saying before, one hook or one light binding is just going to chain into a lot of damage that he's going to take. And he's standing right in the range of the Karthus Skittles, so that's not something he wants to do. Already down to 300 health after 2.5 minutes, and that Twitch is not that great of a spot. And he's caught again.
Another good light binding. There's a hook onto Afik. Not a bad target to jump in on, forcing another flash. Cowdrag Plo getting all the summoners. But Michael Welp taking in big damage from Aaron Mike again. He was not shying off from the auto attacks right there.
Yeah, we played up the poke that Riot had a lot in Champion Select, but one thing Community has done is they've traded back really well. they're getting a lot of damage where it counts, especially on the really squishy Twitch and Anivia.
Yeah, they're really not waiting. There's another good binding onto Aaron Mike. Big damage coming down. A perfect Anivia wall. Going to save him. I mean, MVP Riot Aether just guarding that AD carry right now.
Aaron Mike has gotten so close to death several times already. I'm surprised he hasn't been first blooded. Another Lucent Singularity catches him, but it
Hook
looks like
onto Bacon Hawk. Big damage coming down. I think he might not have mana for Flay. It looked like he was a little short on mana to Flay Bacon Hawk back, but that might have been another kill. Still no first blood. Coming up on 4 minutes. Another light binding, just barely missed. Just so very close right there.
Yeah, that last engagement was also stopped in its tracks by a really good gravity field right in the bush where at least 3 or 4 community members are standing.
Flash from Sattercross jumping in there. Heal's going to come out. Bacon Hawk getting hit with all kinds of CC right here. And she might go down for first blood. No! Going to get back out again. First blood's just not going to happen on this map.
Riot has so many low members like that are just going in and out of low health, but Aaron Mike is again caught.
Yeah, those bindings have been right on. Species really just dropping the light bindings all over the squishy targets, and it's pretty easy seeing most of the targets on that team are squishy. Hopefully they don't get baited by the Anivia egg. I mean, if I was Anivia right now, I would actually put myself in a binding situation. There it is! It's going to be the lay waste. Michael Well picking up that kill, and that was another binding. Followed up by the damage on community side.
Yeah, it's something they really can follow up well on. You were mentioning that the 180 carry would be the thing that they need to scale into the late game. Well, community has tanks, and those also scale really well into the late game. And Twitch, even though he is Twitch, most of the time he's only going to be able to focus them one at a time. Spray and Pray won't always be up, and he'll always have a Malphite and a Nasus in his face. But now that I think about it, it's not really going to be Nasus. Nasus looks like he's building AP. The Doran's running a tier there at the start. But Bacon Hawk's caught.
Ooh, Aaron Mike actually going to get hit with the death sentence, but it's not going to be his death. He's actually going to get the stealth off. No, he's going to cancel it a little early. Bacon Hawk taking a lot of damage right there. Everybody low. Hunter's going to pick up a kill. Going to hit level 6 right there. A few of the Sands going to come out, and it's going to be a whiff on the ultimate. Aaron might pick up a kill, but here comes the death from above. Karthus picking up one of those kills right there. And Michael is going to flash in and just get the egg. Defril also super low right now. And he's be careful not to walk into one of those Skittles. But looks like going to get out alive. Just barely.
Yeah, it was quite a wasted flash there from Michael Welp. Yeah, I was thinking he would actually flash in there for the Lulu, who one Skittle would definitely have killed, but egg bait was just too good. And Aether lives with half health after all that.
It was an excellent job by Riot Aether right there. No. Species going 1v1. There's Aaron Mike caught in the front line. Lulu gonna pop it up. Monster growth on that dirty Twitch. Hunter's gonna go down. And there's a Chaos Storm coming out of Victor. Will it pick up Cryogenic Pro? No! Michael Upstow is gonna go down right after Karthus got back. Going to die. And that was all planned. Aaron Mike's like, yeah, I meant to get hit by the binding and the death sentence and get knocked up in the air.
I wish I could come up with puns on the fly like that. That tweet I sent out earlier this week was actually something someone else said to me, and I just couldn't help it. I couldn't. And Aaron Mike was caught.
Right, Aaron Mike's gonna get caught, and they're gonna get a little too close right there once again. They did trade 2 for 1 though. Satterco's gonna keep going in this one. They have the Wither down on Aaron Mike. Lots of damage coming across. The barrier's gonna come out. It's not going to be enough though. Sattercross needs to be a little careful, popping his own barrier, and Bacon Hawk gonna flash out of this one. And a good comeback from community right there, as Michael goes to clear out the wave really quickly, and actually got a lay waste, a solo lay waste onto Riot Afik. But he needs to be careful, and the Rock Shard going to be able to take him down.
The Rock Shard. I've always called it the cheese wheel. I don't know why. It looks like
actually called
it's a wheel of cheese. Seismic Shard.
Yeah,
I know it's called the Seismic Shard, but I refer to it as the cheese wheel.
Ooh, Aaron Mike getting really close once again. There's a Lux binding. Oh, it was almost good. I mean, that was just barely at a max range once again.
Nasus, despite the AP build that's coming out, which I don't know, I've never been a fan of it, but he's actually really good to have against an AD carry like Twitch, who for the most part is relatively short range, apart from when he's using the spray and pray. So he's always going to be in a relatively easy range for that Wither to slow him down and just mitigate most of his damage that can come out.
Another binding. Aaron Mike taking damage. Riot Aether coming in to try to help, but there's an unstoppable force. Aaron Mike, though, does have the Lulu ultimate, going to stay alive for a little bit longer. Karthus getting in there, putting some damage. Victor dropping the ult down there, but the level 6 on 6, you know, dropping all those ultimates back and forth, it really is in favor of Community as they come out of that one in a 3-for-1 exchange.
And, turret here should... Oh.
No, all the skill
there's
shots
just a lot of damage going
getting
back and forth.
super close right here.
And Michael Welp is really playing with that turret range a lot of the time here. Species caught by a Nivea stun.
Oh, Michael Welp's going to get focused. Twitch picking up 1 kill. Spray and Pray's down. Thresh sacrificing himself. And that's going to be 2 kills coming out. And that's going to be one of those Karthus ults that just do a little bit of extra damage. I mean, before you hit level 11, the Karthus ult isn't really that strong anyways. He hadn't finished out a lot of items yet. And Aaron Mike, though, being the focus right now. And Twitch really taking a beating on this map. Oh, Sattercost walking right into a gravity field. Double stuns coming out right there. But he will get the... I mean, come on, rats love cheese. So how could he not go for the cheese wheel?
Yes, you see it now. But yeah, despite the Rod of Ages already completed on the Karthus, the Requiems are tickling right now.
Wall of Pain slowing everybody down. Sattercost really scaring people. Just kind of walking up to them. You know, has lots of MR, not really caring about the poke. Bacon Hawk getting a stun, trying to get out of there. Gonna dodge the binding, but not dodge the death sentence. Lulu dropping the wild growth. Not going to be able to save Bacon Hawk. You know, sometimes you just can't save their bacon, you know?
Too much.
Oh, Nasus going to go down. More of a Susan, and another binding land on Aaron Mike right here, taking all that extra damage. Death sentence coming down. There is the laser beams coming across, and Michael just sitting there. I think he was channeling his ult. I don't know. Victor flashes in to the AoE. Michael pick up another kill, and here they are just laying down waste to the Riot team, but that is going to be a... Oh man, that is a slow-moving stun. Flash Frost is like...
I'm not...
It really stinks when you can't dodge it. You see it coming super slow, and you're just like, really? Right now? Defro, there's the flash, picking up a kill. Cryogenic Pro, though, dropping the box. Going to be able to get multiple slows on a Bacon Hawk, who's taking the tower. And a Lay Waste, picking up a kill. Cooking that bird. Oof.
I'm not sure.
That's a true Bacon Hawk right there.
Doing this on purpose or not with all these.
Oh,
puns.
Aaron Mike going to get hooked, but wanted the hook that time. Fury of the Sands coming down. Susan getting in there, laying down the law. Not taking much damage at all. Look at that, just hanging out. Just hanging out.
Yeah, Rod of Ages actually suits AP Nasus fairly well. It adds a lot of health that you can add, combine it with Fury of the Sands. It gives them a lot of in-fight sustain. Anyway, speaking of people walking at the enemy,
I think my puns have got you all discombobulated.
Yeah, they have.
They're exceptionally punny. There's another light binding, and Aether's he wants to challenge Bacon Hawk. He's like, they can fry me up like 6 different ways, and I'm all for it.
I like scrambled eggs better, personally.
I don't think there's anybody here that's going to scramble them.
I don't know. That combination of crowd control is pretty chaotic. Scrambling. I don't know. I can't do it. I cannot do the pun talk. Laser just missing Zephyr right there. He turned around and just dodged that right out. Anyway, I was really kind of trying to talk about how with Karthus, Michael Welp. You were saying that one of the riders just walking at people to start fights, but Welp was just like getting really
unstoppable force laying down. Karthus coming down, raining more death from above, picking up 1 kill, and they're going to get 2 out of it. It's going to be a 2-for-1 exchange, although Michael getting really, really low. They're trying to get this tower down. They really haven't put any damage on it, though.
Yeah, despite having 3 ranged auto attackers, there really isn't a lot. They just really want to fight. They're having fun with it. But yeah, overall, it's only like it's not even a 1,000 gold lead to community right now. But overall, it is decisively going in community's favor, despite the laser just wide left right there.
Ooh, the death sentence just barely. That hook shot. That's what that is. That's the hook shot. Bacon Hawk getting sped up, jumping in here. Spray and pray is down. And that's a lot of damage coming out of Aaron Mike right now. Another hook shot missing. He is not going to unlock the water temple as Aaron Mike's going to stealth into the team. He wants to pick up another one. Lulu grabs one right there. And that is going to be Sadrikos and Cryogenic Pro running away, hoping that they really don't even care that Karthus is sitting there, laying waste to their whole team. Finally a lantern, and there is a death sentence landing on Bacon Hawk, but it's not going to be enough damage as Affik comes in with a laser beam of his own.
I was about to say that community has been winning mostly so far because of the catch potential that they have, but whenever they go just really slowly into a fight like that without...
Ooh.
Oh, nice snipe.
Oh, taking the final spark right out of Victor's eye, and there is another death sentence, but Wild Growth's going to be dropped on a Bacon Hawk. They want to dive this one right here, but at the very end it's going to be Thresh, who is going to be the judge and executioner with his death sentences, taking him down. 2 kills made by that Thresh right there, and now they're going to be able to push up and get some real damage on this tower.
These are a lot of good hook shots. Those are 2 back-to-back that catch someone under a turret with aggro on them. And Aaron Mike is caught again.
There's a binding into a death sentence, into a slow, and he's going down. And, man, literally sentencing people to
And that's that
death.
catch potential. Just one crowd control needs to land for them to chain it all together. It makes the skill shot so easy to land if they're already hit by one. But yeah, finally they do get that turret down after not really attacking it for most of the game so far. They're able to get a lot of damage on it at once and keep their own alive, I would say. Even though, Riot didn't even get a whole lot of damage on it.
No, they didn't. Not the tier 2 tower. Species going to land another binding, but it's on Bacon Hawk, who has been stacking up the defense. Well, actually, only got the locket, and then going for maybe a frozen, a phage, or a entropy, maybe. Oh, Aaron Mike walking right in, getting the kill, but taking a laser to the face in the process. Another binding from Lux coming out there. And Karthus had the ultimate, didn't want to use it right there. Might use it from spawn if they try to increase this engagement. Sadrikos, there is jumping in there with the unstoppable force, jumping on Aaron Mike. Can't get the kill though. Twitch kiting him away. And meanwhile, the carries are going to go down as everybody's laying down their level 6 power. Double kill for Victor coming down right there. And that is going to be a tower finally for Riot side. And too little too late from Karthus. Requiem just not putting the end to anybody's life.
There just protecting them too much. And that was the peel comp at its finest. They threw everything at Aaron Mike, and for once they just could not get him. The very well-timed Wild Growth, followed up by just a couple of shields from Lulu, kept Aaron Mike alive, despite having that Malphite sitting on top of him for several seconds there. And he lives just to take down that turret, and already putting a lot of damage into this tier turret.
Ooh.
Oh, Snipe gets the egg.
Oh, that is going to be over easy. Riot Aether going down. Not really anything that that Anivia could do right there. I mean, if you had Riot Aether and Bacon Hawk in the same dish, it's pretty much breakfast right there. And it's going to be Riot Aether who's going to get Wild Growth once again going stealth.
For a light
and I mean, but it's every light binding seems to be landing. So
yeah, and the lifesteal, the Sanguine Blade Rush actually benefited Twitch very well right there. That will be Michael up going down though. Jeremy is walking right into the corpse of Karthus. It will take him out. kill going over to Malphite there. Double light binding lands again. A lot of these are so on point. Bacon Hawk is in the mix though, and he's taking all the focus damage. Ton of shields on though. Art is keeping him alive. And he will get away, but everything is going down to
There's the unstoppable fourth, the last help right there. Can he grab the lantern? No! It's going to be a death sentence. Cryogenic Pro picking up a kill. It's going to be 3v3 right here. Fury of the Sands finally came back up, and now it's Nasus in a 1v3 situation. He does... Oh, he gets the slow off, but does not have anything to counter the flash coming out of the bird. And that is going to be, all in all, I think it was a 2 for 5. So a ace right there for 2, but they didn't have the unstoppable force for that fight. Well, they did, but they didn't have a good engage that they were following up on. It was used mid-fight. Yeah.
Yeah, they really need to use the unstoppable force pretty much as an engage tool and keep up what they were doing earlier that was giving them a win. They need to wait for catches and then use the Malphite ulti only for engages and use that pretty much just on the Twitch. Get him out of the fight. There is a lot of AoE damage coming down, but again, most of the damage on their team is just from the spray and pray ARAM Mike. Cryogenic Pro looking just to walk right into the community, Riot side right there. Not really finding anything. A lot of lasers going back and forth between these teams. The what is it? Death Ray and Final Spark. Another laser.
Yeah, they're waiting for those level 6
a lot of wave clear
to come out. We're missing the Fury of the Sands and the Unstoppable Force, which are pretty key to this community side. It's actually a really close game right now. I mean, they're only off by about 500 gold, 3 kills, and we're about 20 minutes in right now. Also, even in towers.
Is that a flash? I thought I saw
Aaron Mike's going to jump in right on
way too close to the fight.
Trying to get all the damage in there, but way, way too far forward. You're right. Lulu going to pop the Wild Growth. That is going to be an unstoppable force from Saturcross, trying to get those 2 AB carries out there. Right, Affik finally going to go down. Karthus picking up that one. And now it's a 4v3. Bacon Hawk in the middle of all of it, trying to focus down the Malphite, but he is too much tank and win fight. And that is going to be a 4 for 1 exchange right there. And now it's just Anivia, Riot Aether left to defend. Plenty of wave clear on Anivia, so they'll probably be able to save this turret. Death timer, though, getting a little bit higher right now. 25, 30 seconds on some members.
If I were to call an MVP for this game right now, I'd probably have to give it to Species. Apart from a couple of just like wide lasers, pretty much every single light binding has hit a target. Every Lucent Singularity has hit with probably a couple of... Well, okay, that line, both those missed. Dang it, Species.
Aaron Mike really loves the light binding. I mean, he sees a light and he just waddles into it step by step. I mean, between that and Cheese Wheels, just loving what community has to offer right here.
Yeah, you're gonna go with that Cheese Wheel, aren't you? Dang, that's the third light binding that almost hits Aaron Mike. I'm not sure if it's just trying to shoot the light binding from too far away or him dodging it. Those are really close.
Yeah, each team looking for a pick to start the engagement.
Like, as soon as I start talking up Species, he starts to do badly.
Oh, Hunter now going to get caught out. No Fury of the Sands available. And that's going to be Nasus going down. But the wall kind of slowed their advance. They might have been able to have a good team fight right there, but were unable to get around that giant Anivia wall. And there's a hook onto Affik. They might commit onto this one. Michael's going to go down first. Saturkos has all the damage on his head right now. They're going to wall him in there. He's decided to turn around. Unstoppable Force onto the bird. They're going to get the egg popped. And that is going to be Bacon Hawk defense in the background there. But taking the last tower hit going down. Cryogenic Pro going to be able to pick up that kill. A 3-for-1 exchange defending this tower. And ooh, Lux grabbing it with a light grenade. Blowing them up. And Aaron Mike walking into a death sentence. But Lulu has the Wild Growth available. Can Cryogenic Pro kill Aaron Mike? He can't move. He does move into the box. Big shutdown for Hunter coming out right there. He has Fury of the Sands available. He could turn this around potentially, but it doesn't look like he wants to without any backup from his team. And they're going to lose this turret, so now even up on the turrets again, even up on the gold, almost even on the kills. We got ourselves a game.
It's one thing that AP Nasus can't really do. He can't... I would say his scaling is definitely not the same as well, I mean, the scaling is the same. But, like, you can't fight multiple people like you could with a fully stacked Q Nasus, as opposed to the AP. All your damage is, like, in the AoE damage from Spirit Fire and Fury of the Sands, which, even the Fury of the Sands, most of its damage is in the percent health, not so much the scaling. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of how he could have won that 1v2. And
yeah, he's got a lot of AP right now. So Fear the Sands is actually going to do additional damage and lifesteal. It does an extra 3% from nearby enemies right now. So it's quite a bit, but he's not going to be able to chunk people with his Siphoning Strike like he normally would. So his healing actually comes out from the Fury of the Sands, not from his attacks.
Yeah, unless you can get a lot of killing blows on champions, no Nasus is ever going to get very stacked in ARAM. But another light binding lands and a hook shot.
Into the death sentence, but the wall has separated everybody. An early ult from Karthus in the backline. There's a laser into an unstoppable fourth. Twitch is down. Hunter is chasing away more carries in the backline. Baconhawk actually being focused right here. It's going to be Lux picking up that kill. Affik going down. Karthus grabbing one. They finally killed Nasus, but was it worth it? It doesn't look like they killed Nasus fast enough to help save. Oh, Michael taking big damage right there. Those glitter lances doing a little bit of chunking. Not much glitter involved right there when you have 322 AP and a void staff.
Yeah, it turns from glitter to like piercing light, I'd say. And one good chain glitter lands there. It took out the Karthus.
Yeah,
Zephyr caught
gonna eat a light binding. Zephyr putting up the shield, which also is a good amount. And Aaron Mike's gonna come in, has the slow. This is gonna be the death of Saturkos right there. And Species trying to help from the backside, dropping the shields across the team. And that's probably one of the strongest parts about Lux. The fact that she has a barrier, her prismatic barrier can go back and forth twice, and it's like 400 damage each time it absorbs right there. You can see it keeping her alive right here, because she's going to land the binding and just walk out of there.
Baconhawk really wants that. He's going to get that kill.
Oh, there's another shield coming out. Hunter might go down, though. There's the laser coming out of Lux. A death sentence onto Baconhawk. They're putting big damage right there. Lulu forced to use a wild growth, and Udyr's going to switch to Tiger Stance, take that out. Oh, Aaron Mike get hit with a death sentence, getting dropped by Thresh, executing perfectly the skill shots. Zephyr taking damage. Karthus going to finally go down. Baconhawk wants some blood, not going to get it. Meanwhile, Cryogenic Pro actually picks up a kill onto the Anivia. Oh, he's taking burn damage. He's going to live. Affik getting one man unstoppable force.
Flashed.
That's not going to save your life, though.
Nope. Baconhawk was just way too greedy for that Species kill. And that is the strength of cooldown reduction on Lux. You get so many snares out, you get a lot of shields. You don't even have to really have that much AP at this point to get that to work, because you have so many shields coming out that the AP scaling doesn't matter. But it does count, because Species is hitting those shields on a lot of his team members every time. But Community is low health. They got the inhib, but we have a full health Riot team charging at them right now.
Yeah, Riot wants blood right now. A good wall of pain going down, trying to get them to fall back. And Michael actually going in right here, going to pop the ultimate. The Lulu's going to knock up Baconhawk, but the final spark going to be able to take her down. And that's a flash out of Malphite, excuse me, just a little bit too late. And that's going to be a 4-for-1 exchange. Big damage coming out of Riot right here. They want to push to end it. They have 30 seconds, 20 to 30 seconds on everybody right now on the community side. And they are pushing in, and they want towers.
Yeah, they might be able to get at least the towers here, if not the Nexus. No, they have like 10 seconds on everyone. But at least one tower should go down from this push. But they're split focused. Everyone but Twitch is on that top tower, and Twitch himself is on the bottom. But now he's on Cryo, and he should get him with the sponge.
Yeah, and Michael Welps going in a last disc effort. Not getting close enough due to extra damage, though. Final Spark being the final whiff coming out of Lux. This might be the end of the game. Unstoppable Force onto Riot Aether. Saturkos getting polymorphed. Aaron Mike, if he's not getting focused, he's picking up kills. And that is a double for Twitch. Gonna make it... Oh, no. It's going to be Victor taking that one, and that's going to be game.